Good morning, it's Corey from Rockpole. How are you? Just down at the pigs, giving them a little bit of breakfast. They're happy. This is brown pig, because he's brown. That's white pig, just because he's white. Well, they look a bit muddy, because they have been in their little wallow here. What happens is this is their water tub, 200 litre water tank, and you can tell that it's going to be another warm day because of all the bees getting the water. So I've just filled up their tank and I let it overflow, and then it basically just overflows and fills up their wallow, and then they just lounge around in that. Now, what are we doing today? Oh man. It's been a bit of an emotional roller coaster ride, to be honest, the last few weeks. Well, there's an ant on the bloody camera. Get off. Bloody ants. Had the call up to go in for surgery on my foot. Soon. Next few days. I don't even know what day it is. So we've been really busy around the house. As you probably know or don't know, we don't have a indoor shower, we have an outdoor shower, but to get to the outdoor shower I have to go down like a ramp and a couple of steps, so that's going to be probably a bit impractical for me with a big cast on my leg and crutches. So we've been doing the bathroom, which we chuck a couple of picks in. It's nearly done, so looking pretty good. Just all these other little jobs that you don't really realise that you need to do straight away until you won't be able to do them. So, I could list 100 things, but this morning's job is we're going to go prune the trees on the driveway. So the bin truck, I don't know if you can see in the big distance there, we've got a skip bin that we've bought, so the bin truck can come in, because they told me that some of the trees are overhanging and the big truck's too high to come in. And another ant sidetracked much. Truck's too high to come in, and they don't want to scratch it, I guess. Hey, don't bite him, be gentle. So we'll go do that, and then trip to the hardware, and then a few other bibs and bobs, and chase my tail around for a bit, and just whatever, I don't know. But let's just go do that. We'll have another little chat further down the track. Say bye, pigs. So this is going to sound a bit odd, but I've been packing all stuff away in the shed, like pretty much everything. Everything that's got an engine's had fuel taken out of it, and I won't be able to use chainsaws or anything for probably 9 months, 12 months maybe. Don't know, we'll see how we go. So in case you don't know, what's happening with my leg, with my foot, is I'm getting what's called a TT fusion. So it's where the leg bone is at the tibia. Is that your leg bone? Starts with T, must be it. And your talus joint, which is the joint that the tibia sits on top of. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm a gyp rocker. Where the leg bone and the talus joint sit, there's meant to be like a little layer of cartilage in there, like a bit of sponge, to make it nice when you walk. Well, I have a massive area, pretty much the entire surface is bone on bone. It's all worn out. So, even though you see me walking around, don't let that kind of put you into a false sense of security, because every step is like a lightning rod going up my leg, and it's been that way broke my foot in my late 20s, and during my 30s, I guess it was fine because I was a bit younger, probably a bit less front heavy. And then as I got a bit older now, I'm like 48 now, just too many years climbing ladders and scaffolds and stuff in the building trade, and just puts wear and tear on it. And now, I pretty much suffer every step. Some days are really good, but some days, if I'm on a ladder and then that afternoon, I can't put pressure on my foot. I cannot put my foot on the ground. I've got to have it up on a chair and a cushion, wrapped in ice. And that's kind of like my go-to, and that kind of gets me ready for the next day. Been doing that for too long. So we made a call. This surgery thing's been in the in the mixes, is that what you call it? Been in the mix, I guess, for years and years, and just it's finally happened. Well, it hasn't happened yet, but it's meant to happen on the 26th. Recovery is, from what I've been told by the doctors, is pretty full on. No weight bearing for 6 to 8 weeks, so basically can't put your foot on the ground. Say for example, I'm asking for a friend of course, right? You're on the toilet, right? You're sitting on the toilet. Do you have your foot hanging in the air? Tried that. That's awkward. So I can rest my foot on the ground while I'm sitting on the toilet. Not that I like to sit on there for very long, you know, there's no telly or anything in there. But just simple things like that you don't really realise what you can and can't do. Blah, 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 probably waffled enough. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll try and answer them as best I can, whether it's to do with an ankle fusion, whether it's to do with, you know, building a house, whatever you like. I'm going to be flat out on the bed, not doing too much. So got sidetracked again. So back to the recovery thing. Yeah, so no weight bearing 6 to 8 weeks. During that time, there'll be trips back to the hospital, like change the cast, get the stitches out, blah, blah, blah. X-rays, make sure everything's going good. They're going to fill my leg with screws and plates and stuff to bolt it together. Hopefully he does his job right. And then after that, I go into a moon boot, those big, big plastic spongy boot things. Whether I can partial weight bear, like still on crutches, but maybe, anywhere from 10 to 20% weight, 30% weight, whatever the doctor sort of recommends, depending on how the x-rays are going and looking like it's fusing together well, or if it's not going well. So my goals are kind of, at the 3-month mark, I'd like to walk from the bedroom to the toilet with my moon boot without crutches. That's like a goal. The 6-month goal is I'd like to be able to walk down our ramp and down some stairs into the backyard. Now the problem I'm going to have is the uneven ground, because as you know, nothing is flat around a rock pile. And then there's always the thing of when will I be able to, chuck a copper log or a couple of star pickets and a bit of wire on my shoulder and head down through the paddock to fix a fence or something. So it's just had all that extra weight that you carry that goes on your shoulders, that you're carrying stuff with, that gets transferred through your foot. So who knows? But I've waffled enough for now for this little segment. Decided to use the little hand saw here. Had this a while, it's just an extendable hole saw. Like to think of myself as either Monkey Magic or Pigsy when I'm using this. Kind of make the sounds, like Monkey does. If you know the Monkey reference, leave a comment and say you do. And let's just cut this branch down, eh? Let's just do that. Off to the next one. Almost feel like a samurai, like Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai. Getting a few trees out of the way. Now this is the main part of our driveway that is for the truck to come up, that he wants the trees pruned back a bit. So as you can see down there, that goes right to the road. There's a few things overhanging. But we'll just keep cutting and then I'll end up at the hardware. We made it back home. I got a big gas bottle, got some dog food, just to stock up on stuff, so a little bit less things for Amanda to do. I don't think she wants to be driving down the shop and getting a big gas bottle, because just quietly they're pretty bloody heavy. They are, to get on and off the ute. So got a little bit of pipe here. I was 200 mil short of this, just doing this little shower drain. And of course, the hardware doesn't sell little offcuts, like bits like a metre long. Had to buy a whole length. So we got that, so we might be having a shower tonight. That's going to be cool. And we'll hook that gas bottle up today. And just counting down the days, you know. It's a bit frightening. It is. Just a bit frightening. You know, you live on this large piece of land and with animals and stuff. We don't have hardly any animals, but you know, some pigs, chickens, dogs, cat, but still, they all need to be taken care of. You know, if anything goes wrong, well, I won't be able to help. I'll be inside with me foot up. You know, so it's all comes down to Mrs. RP. No pressure, love, no pressure.